Rondale Moore isn't it. He's a gadget guy. I think he's a gadget guy. Yeah.
Tyler Lockett, I don't like. At some point, he's going to be an aged wide receiver.
Yes.
And never bench Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, well, no.
Rather gel or meld. We could gel in a shorter period of time, but to meld, I think, takes a few seasons.
Well, it takes a couple years of gel. He's like that stray hair that's sticking out that you missed with the gel.
Well, now we're talking about that kind of gel. Use gel. What kind of gel do you use?
It's called Harry's. Yeah, what kind of gel you use, Phil?
LA Looks. The pink kind. I had curls for days.
The hair powder. We want to talk about firm hold. And it doesn't look wet. Shout out Slickerilla.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are back. This is Guys on Sports on the precipice of NHL and NBA playoffs this week.
Yeah.
Rocky's out with COVID. Everybody say your prayers.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers.
He's a senior. We all know how devastating this could be to those in that age bracket. So we want to definitely keep him in our thoughts and prayers. Hopefully he makes it out.
Hopefully get better, man.
Yeah, so what's going on, guys?
I actually won a fantasy basketball championship.
Good for you.
That's what's going on.
I actually won a fantasy basketball championship the 1 year I played.
Yeah, you're 1 for 1.
Unfortunately, I was in Sean Scott's league, and he's a dirty, rotten cheater. And on the night that I won, I woke up in the morning, and somehow I lost 16 points, and he won. I don't know how that happened.
What kind of stat correction is that?
I don't know. It was pretty crazy.
That is a pretty crazy stat correction. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Fantasy basketball, admittedly, is my worst fantasy sport by far.
I'm surprisingly good at it. I've been the runner-up last year. This is my second championship. I've played for like 5 years. I don't know what it is, but
see, I always end up taking guys like mid-draft, like John Wall. I think he's gonna come back. He's gonna be like he's gonna be like John Wall of old.
No.
I got steal in the 6th round. But no, all it does is it prevents me from getting somebody.
Yeah.
You know,
can we timestamp that?
Fucking
I'm definitely gonna have to
decent.
bleep you cursing out in the first 2 minutes again.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't get demonetized.
For the
We're not
children.
making any money.
consider subscribing.
I've been good at basketball, podcast, fantasy basketball, whatever we're talking about. It's just stressful. Basketball is stressful for fantasy.
Yeah.
Man,
It's a lot.
You sound like a baby.
I mean, guys are like not like 10 minutes before tip off at 7. There's like 15 guys not playing.
I guess it's a real man's fantasy.
I guess so.
A real man's fantasy game.
If it's
Or
a real
guy
man
with a lot
fantasy
of
game,
time.
Yeah.
why'd you split your team with somebody else then?
Oh, wow.
What?
Why'd you split your team with somebody else? That wasn't your full win.
I don't get it.
No, the name that you sent us was somebody else's name. You said fantasy championship. I was like, I don't understand this.
What?
Is that not
I
your?
don't know what's going
This
on.
is your team. That's
What
your team
is?
name.
My team name is Jared Dudley.
Oh, I
wow.
thought maybe your buddy Jared Dudley and you split the team.
Oh no, I just don't like Jared Dudley.
It's going to be hard to come back from Mark. I don't know what just happened.
Well, he was sending us this random shit about winning this league, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh no, that's the loser, Justin.
I think maybe just let it go.
Hey Justin, you lost. Oh my, I just cursed him. Sorry.
I think just let it go.
oh, dude, you crushed them too by like 300 points.
I know. I dunked my nuts on the whole
Well,
league.
guys, you're really cursing a lot. Okay?
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I dominated.
really
I
going
dominated.
balls to the wall
I
here.
dominated that season, and no one's talking about it.
Congratulations. So,
I'm like the Kings.
Speaking of dominating, Mark is going to dominate his music video
Hmm.
that he has to perform for us for losing royally in our pick segment. So we got a bunch of choices that we took from you guys online. Zach
highlight
has
a
the
few of them.
names. Yeah, why don't you throw some out there?
Yeah, I'll highlight a few of them. White Wedding was from the Mr. Phil.
Yeah.
Thong Song. I've never heard that one before, but
You never heard the thong song?
I don't think so. Give me a little tune.
You don't remember Cisco?
You don't know who Cisco is?
You guys are asking me questions that you already know I don't have the answer
Let
to.
me see that song.
Don't do that.
Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. There's a few, so we're just gonna spin that wheel. But do you want me to add a respin option on here since you didn't get a suggestion?
Yeah. No. What if he puts in a respin square? What's the point? Then you're just
Respinning.
You're just respinning the wheel.
So I don't know what you want.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want from me
You're
here.
giving him a respin.
Oh,
I
you
thought.
get. Okay,
I get
fine.
the.
Fine.
Vito, one time I get to say,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not doing that one.
But then you might have to make a choice. Is this really?
I
Do
know.
I want to go again?
That's the thing about a respin, Phil.
That's why we were gonna do a respin and not a stupid ass.
Hey, double it or give it to the next person. All right, let's spin that wheel. Yay. Oh, wait, actually, no, not yet because I
What'd
need to
you just
screen
do?
record.
Oh no! Wow. It's a tough
right,
start to
yeah.
the show, guys.
This is
Rocky's just
nerve-wracking.
on my mind, man. It's hard for his age to have a temperature that's higher than his age, and well, I mean, it's tough.
I think every temperature is probably higher than his age.
Well, but Rocky's old. That's the bit.
Yeah. No.
And you are singing. Oh my fucking gosh, are you serious? Since Rocky didn't give me his song,
You
beforehand.
should have took that out.
Well,
All right,
'cause
so that still doesn't
that
count.
doesn't
It
count.
doesn't count. Because then Rocky's gonna just go dig a hole.
So
and,
am I
Yeah.
removing Rocky's section?
Yeah.
Is he- he's gonna cry about this.
It's all right. He didn't say
All right,
anything.
that's hilarious. That okay, we're spinning that wheel again. Yay!
It's gonna land on respin now.
Respin's out.
Okay, good.
Lights.
What's
I don't
lights?
even know what that is.
So I'm not sure who that's by. We'll have to go back to the comment.
Oh wait, well I mean I got to see what I'm up against before I veto it. It
This
might be
is
something in
go
my
to-
vocal range.
Go to Instagram. I think it's on
I
Instagram.
feel like you should have
Yeah, well,
knew what the frig you were putting on there.
Oh, it's Lights by Journey.
Oh yeah, you're right. Giambronis, I think, is the one that suggested that one. You got off the fucking hook. You want to see what you would have gone if you decided to not?
No, I definitely do not want to do that. I don't like
Why?
playing that game.
Oh come on. I'll then you don't have to know. I'm just gonna.
See what
I'm
my
just-
favorite-
I want to know.
Okay, let's
Wait, hang on. I
We're
might
gonna spin.
veto this.
Oh, okay.
You want to veto this?
No, I don't know yet. It's very slow. It's-
You definitely gotta perform.
I
That's
picture
just it.
getting him a wig and putting him at Waterfront and like.
Like I
singing
think
to the-
I almost think it'd be less painful to be like over the top ridiculous with something, and this is one of those ones where like
You gotta
I won't be able
intimate.
to.
You gotta
I'll
be
have to-
vulnerable.
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
get him in like a. Never mind.
You gotta give the fans those ocean eyes.
I'm gonna give you 10 seconds.
Yeah, you gotta make a decision in your
Oh
house.
man,
You want to be sensitive?
spin the goddamn wheel.
Oh, here we go.
Spin that. Oh wait, now I have to screen record again.
This guy.
God, I shouldn't have done that.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Damn, someone's revving their car outside. Umbrella by Rihanna.
Oh man, see that I can get ridiculous with though.
There you can.
I can get ridiculous with Umbrella.
You're gonna look like the fucking penguin. All right. This is
Oh
good.
God.
Yep. So
Good
tune into
old-
that. Whenever we make that music video, we'll post it on here. Mark will be performing Umbrella.
It'll be at some point before the football season. It's
gonna be a hoot.
It's gonna be great. Good for you, man.
Look
Hey,
at that. Could have been
you-
Journey. Could have been Journey.
could have been Jerry. Let your freak flag fly.
You're lucky to
Yeah.
get my suggestion.
What was your suggestion?
Ice Spice. That
Yeah.
boy's a liar.
Oh yeah, that would have been
That
bad.
boy's a liar.
He never heard
boy's
that.
a liar.
He'll know it.
He doesn't see it. Okay, never
No,
mind.
I've
I
never
don't,
seen
like,
it.
I don't like you singing that. All right. So let's get into our fantasy section now. We have been doing a little series here, going through each division in the NFL and basically giving our fantasy outlook way too early before the draft, but just kind of where we're seeing things and where, Mark and his crazy draft that he's already doing, where guys are falling and just kind of projections. And obviously they'll change as we get closer to the season, but this is where we're at now. So we're doing the NFC West. Interesting division. A lot of changes coming into this year. I think it's going to be a shakeup in the power rankings there. But what do you guys think? Are we going to go with the 49ers that were
Right off the bat, I'm going to offer pushback.
Okay.
This is not an interesting division, man.
is.
This is like the least
Oh,
interesting
dude,
division.
you missed the AFC South last week.
This,
No, this is interesting.
division sucks.
For fantasy, I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
There's a few. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Let's go with the Niners.
I think there's what is the word? I'm having a fucking brain fart. There's potential for value in guys that are going to have low value coming into the draft this year that could maybe help you win.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Any of those with the Niners?
Any of those with the Niners? I think the Niners are in a curious case, as evidenced by their win totals that we're going to talk about later.
Yeah. Jeez.
I think they're going to be overvalued, a lot of players with the Niners, especially with the uncertainty at quarterback.
Yeah.
So I actually think the opposite with them. I think guys like Debo, even Ayuk, I maybe want to stay away from in a redraft, depending on where they're going. Where are they going right now?
So Debo is still pretty high. Debo is going somewhere in the neighborhood of, I think it's like round three to four.
I'm staying away from Debo.
I don't love that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge. Yeah, he's round 4. I think you start to get into value when you talk about Ayuk, right? Because Ayuk obviously is going to be the least featured of the two, and you're getting him like rounds 8 through 10, so that might be decent value. Kittle seems to have slipped a little bit too. It seems like there's probably like 3, 4, sometimes even 5 tight ends now taking ahead of Kittle.
Here's a question, though. Let's talk about what we talked about last week with Chig. I got to get closer to this mic. Like a guy like Chig, are you better off taking him when you're probably getting him after Kittle? And Kittle's diminished. I think his value will be diminished, too, with McCaffrey having a whole offseason, really trying to integrate him into that offense that, there's a reason his where he's being drafted is falling. And maybe you're better off just waiting a few more rounds, getting a better player where you would get Kittle and going with one of those, or a Freiermuth, even though I'm not on that train. But, I'm just saying that kind of guy.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I actually liked your take on Chig last week. And, contrary to popular belief, I do watch like snippets of the show.
Good for you, man.
When I'm not on it. But, I feel like this year, it's the conundrum every year, right? Like if you don't get Kelsey, then everyone's like, all right, we can wait a little bit.
Now
then
more than ever, though.
Yeah. But now you get like the people that are like, all right, well, let me quick get Andrews. Even you saw Pitts fall, but even now Pitts is starting to creep up the board again without any
danger.
Yeah, without any like real like solid validity to it. But if you want to wait and you want to wait till like rounds like 7 through 10, I mean, you're gonna have guys there that are like Njoku's going to be there, Goddard's going to be there, Darren Waller's going to be there, Evan Ingram's going to be there. Like you're going to get a lot of guys that you don't have to go up and get Kittle in like round 5, 6. You can hold off a couple rounds, like you said, and then guys like Chig. I mean, if you're high on him and you want to get your dude, I would stretch for him a little early, probably like rounds like 13, 14 if you really wanted to stretch. But I mean, that guy's falling too, so.
Yeah. You saying Waller's going in the 11th round?
Waller is going in 8 right now.
Yeah, that's like right
around. Right, yeah.
I like him around 9 maybe, but yeah.
I was going to talk more about Kittle when I do the tight end, like top 12 tight ends. But
save it.
Yeah, I would stay away from Kittle. I'm glad that Mark said something about Ayuk because Ayuk had a really good back end of the season last year. Mm-hmm. He really integrated into the offense and kind of found his spot there. Debo, I think, is going to be overdrafted and overvalued.
I agree.
You're staying away from quarterbacks for the Niners because there's going to be changes, at least 2 changes there. McCaffrey, I think, is going to be what your probably second overall player taken right around there.
Yeah, he's again first running back off the board typically. Yeah. It's between him and Jay Jettas for that first overall pick. But again, McCaffrey, and if guys aren't high on him, like as the first running back off the board, then he's always the second running back off the board. So I mean, he's there again. He's firmly cemented himself in RB1 contention again.
We usually aren't in consensus, but are we in consensus that if you have the availability of drafting McCaffrey, you draft McCaffrey, and then Ayuk is the Niners player to target?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Wow, look at that.
That would be my 2 guys. Yep. So what? I'll get right into the Cardinals because there's a lot of stuff to be worried about with the Cardinals.
Worst team in the league, probably.
I don't know. But I will say their new head coach, Jonathan Gannon,
he's a clown.
Listen.
Sorry.
All that aside, the
God.
guy has never been a head coach at any level. He's a defensive guy. I don't know how well this bodes for their offensive players, but I will say if I still like Hopkins if he winds up staying there because he's Hopkins. He's going to funnel targets. I don't know that. And I do think his value is going to go down. But the problem is that Kyler Murray is going to miss time. I can't invest there. Zach Ertz probably going to miss half the season.
And Trey McBride is a good young tight end they drafted last year.
Yep. Well, that's exactly what I was going to get into. Thank you, sir, for teeing me up for that. So you're going to talk about him later. I'll just throw a few little things in here about Trey McBride.
You're on your phone, man.
Well, I have notes.
Okay.
I screenshotted stuff that I was looking up. Right? All right. Is that okay?
No, it's not okay.
Okay. Well, Trey McBride. After Zach Ertz went down, he averaged 85% of the snaps the last 8 games of the season. He averaged about 29 routes run. He was more than solid. You're going to talk about this, I know, but he's super athletic. He can make plays. Frankly, I think if Zach Ertz wasn't being paid what he's being paid, he'd be gone already. So, obviously, Trey McBride is a guy I like, and I also like Marquise Brown because I expect Hopkins to not be there, and I think he's going to be the focal point, and you've seen him improve in his intermediate game last year. He's becoming a more well-rounded receiver, and Rondell Moore isn't it. He's a gadget guy. I think he's a gadget guy. He averaged, I think, on all his catches last year, he averaged about 3 yards per reception because he's too small to be a downfield guy.
He had big games, but yeah.
Marquise Brown is your guy. Like, he's wide receiver 1 if and when Hopkins is not there anymore.
What do you think they do with that third pick?
They have to go defense.
You think? I think they should I'd trade down.
Oh, and also Jonathan Connor, just stay away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worry about that situation
James
too.
Jonathan Connor. Jonathan.
This is Terminator.
Yeah, no, Jonathan.
Oh, okay.
Connor.
Awesome.
No,
a movie I haven't
I'm
seen.
definitely just said Jonathan. But
With that third pick, even with the Kyler Murray situation up in the air, I still think I think the value there is to trade back because they do need to. They could probably use a little bit more depth in a lot of different areas, especially if D-Hop does leave. Not having a solid starter at quarterback going into the season is worrisome, even if D-Hop is there, because, you still got to get him the ball. I do project this team being terrible.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be playing from behind, so it probably behooves them to go out and get a gunslinger. And with that being said, dynasty formats, I'm staying away from almost everybody.
Trey McBride.
But if you do any best ball redrafts, wouldn't hurt to later on get Marquise Brown because he's the downfield guy. They could end up with a couple of big catches every game. I actually the one guy that I will say I am highest on is Trey McBride because I just think his value is going to be higher with tight ends are always weak quarterback safety valves, it seems like. So I like that. Connor, I think he's gonna along with getting older, I think he's going to take a down tick because they're going to be able to crowd the box, right? They're not going to be.
He's touchdown dependent. He always has been, and he's just not great at anything.
But if somehow Kyler rededicates himself, and we're looking at Kyler not missing much time, there's a guy that you're going to get the most value on because Kyler Murray is going at the ass end of drafts.
Well, Kyler Murray's in the best shape of his life.
he's going like rounds like 15 and later, but it's usually around like 17, 18. And dudes are just stashing them, kind of like how dudes were just stashing Deshaun last year.
Here, I'll push back one thing here. I still think D-Hop, if you have him on your fantasy team, your team is better. If he's on an NFL roster, that team is better. And he has a history of performing with
nothing
less than good quarterbacks, right? And with the Texans, there's a laundry list of guys that he played with outside of Watson, and he always produces. So I still like him no matter who's the quarterback because I think he's just that good. But besides that, I'm with you.
Here's the one prediction that I think is starting to come to light. It seems like the Falcons are actually trying to make some moves to become relevant. They just traded for Jeff Okudah,
yes, they did.
5th round pick. Right now they're sitting in the 8th slot, right? Cardinals are sitting at 3. Who's sitting at 4 is Indianapolis, who is going to go quarterback. Yes. And as of right now, it's projected to be Anthony Richardson.
Yeah,
I think it would really work in the Cardinals' favor to try to work something out with the Falcons so the Falcons can leapfrog Indy and go out and get Richardson.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
That's a nice little
look at that
call there.
And maybe Drake London is the top 12 wide receiver at that point.
I don't know about that. Richardson still has to
got to prove himself, but he's a freak athlete.
Yeah.
Freak of nature.
Yep.
Yeah, I got
Talking about freak of natures, let's talk about the Seahawks and DK Metcalf. What do you think's going on with them?
So I'm glad you teed me up for DK Metcalf because that's who I was going to talk about the most for the Seahawks. I think I've been out of the DK Metcalf camp when it comes to drafting him in redraft leagues. I think he's either overvalued or
it's a good camp.
Depending on, he doesn't really, it's hit or miss with DK. I don't really like him in drafts a whole lot, but I think this year with the way I draft and the way he's going to be probably a 5th, 4th round wide receiver. That's where he's going.
DK is probably in that neighborhood. I think he does go around the 4th round.
Yeah. DK is a wide receiver I actually would be targeting this year. Geno Smith has been good to him last year, and they obviously re-signed Geno, who he's going to be an adequate quarterback.
I'm worried about Geno.
Are you?
I am.
When it comes to Geno, fantasy-wise, I'm not drafting Geno. I probably am starting him. Him being like a top 7 quarterback last year was kind of an anomaly in my opinion. Mm-hmm. He earned, obviously, that performance, but when it comes to DK, I think I'd still draft him either way, even if Geno has a little bit of a down year.
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett, I don't like. At some point, he's going to be an aged wide receiver.
Yes.
And never bench Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, well, no, I don't like Tyler Lockett because of how high and low he is. Kenneth Walker, though, bearing the lead a little bit, is a guy I would invest a first-round pick in.
Kenneth Walker is going to definitely show his ass this year.
Yep.
I think he's going to get the ball a ton.
All of it, yeah.
I agree.
And he's going to show you just what he can do. We showed last year that he's a pass catching back as well.
Is Kenneth Walker a top 3 running back fantasy this year?
No, I don't think this year. Does he have the potential to be? Possibly. Seeing, if this offense melds and if Geno Smith really is a leader, and if this offense does take off, because there's a couple other pieces on this offense that I like too, and I think this team just needs a little bit of time to gel. I think you could talk about him honestly next year being like a top 5 consideration for running
So
backs.
what's
I
the
think he
difference
could be a
between
top 5 this year.
What's the difference between gel and meld?
Same shit.
So there's
I'm just using. I'm
Would
using.
you rather a
I'm
gel
going
or-
through the thesaurus here.
You rather a gel or a meld?
I'd rather a meld.
What takes longer?
Seems.
I feel like a meld takes longer than a gel.
Yeah, but a meld too, like when you reduce it down, or like I feel like a meld is like more like permanent, whereas a
That's what I'm saying.
gel is
It
kind of
takes
like
longer.
a fixed, fixed
Like
thing.
we can gel in a shorter period of time, but to meld, I think takes a few seasons.
Well, if they gel this year,
Well, I
they
think
can
they gelled last
meld.
year.
They can meld
they
next
gelled
year.
last
Well, they're
year.
still gelling. They're still gelling this year.
Okay.
Takes a couple years to gel.
No, I think it takes a couple years to meld.
You're
I think
right.
they gelled last year.
Maybe they're starting the meld process.
Yeah,
So
in
midway,
the offseason.
mid meld next year, I think he's possibly in the top 5 conversation. But one guy that I do want to mention real quick that I'm sure you're going to mention later on possibly is I look for the return of Noah Fant this year.
return.
I think Noah Fant is going to be a fantastic value, and I kind of like this. I like the sleeper value on him this year, and people are falling asleep on Noah Fant.
We're just destroying Zach's tight end list, huh?
That's all right.
Just raping it.
No,
He's used to
no,
this tight
is-
end getting destroyed.
This
I'm
is
sure.
this is good because these guys aren't on the
It's
list.
tight.
Maybe I'm
sorry.
also asleep on Noah Fant.
Yeah, I mean he's even going. He's going undrafted at times. He's going super late.
Probably rightfully
And
so.
I'm just saying, if you want to throw him on your roster at
I'm
the
just
end,
saying.
I don't think it's a bad idea because you're going to have DK, who is going to be the focal point. So they're going to dedicate a lot of attention to DK. You're going to have the old Tyler Lockett, as you say, that
The wily veteran.
will need a little bit of help because they're probably going to cover his ass like peanut butter, and
I'll explain that.
you're going to need. It's going to stick to him.
Okay.
It's going to meld. It's going to meld all
It's gonna
over him.
meld. Okay.
And
They're going to
you're have-
emagulate.
You're gonna have big old Noah Fant in the middle of the field, just hooting and hollering for balls.
Is he the next Jimmy Graham?
Maybe
You want to
Jimmy,
make that call?
Jimmy towards the end of his career.
Do you? Yeah, but Noah Fant wasn't on the field for the most part of games. Do you think that changes this year? You think he has
Yeah, I
more of
think-
a target share?
I think there was some injury concerns with
Wow.
him. I don't think he would have been part of that deal if they didn't at least want to incorporate him.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's got a gel.
I just
Got to meld.
once they gel and then once they meld,
I
they
think
can emagulate
No,
I mean,
his problem
or
is
maybe
that,
compound.
Are you thinking
or
Kobe Parkinson?
coagulate. I think the problem with him is that he probably is still gelling
Maybe
Probably.
maybe they could interblend.
because of the injuries. So he never got the chance to gel,
No.
and the rest of the team gelled. So big off season to catch up on the gel and get up with the melt.
So you think that he's like that stray hair that's sticking out that you missed with the gel? So now they got to come
Now
back
we're talking
and
about
re-gel
that
him?
kind of gel. I actually,
Oh, what kind of gel were you talking
Well, I
about?
was just talking about gelling as a squad, but if we're talking gel, I mean, I always prefer gel to mousse. What do you use?
What do you think I use?
Powder.
No. I think he probably uses a mousse.
Er,
What do you use?
gel.
Use gel. What kind of gel do you use?
It's called Harry's from Target.
Oh, Harry's. They got you, huh?
What do you mean they got? What?
Harry's. I mean, it's one of those brands that like they.
It's cheap.
How can you be
Well,
good
I'm
at
saying
everything though?
they-
Like
Gets
he's
the
got
job done.
everything.
No, they market it to like guys. It's like, oh, this is. It looks like it's not cheap, but
It's
it's
just
cheap.
the only gel that's in Target.
I'm a big LA Looks guy. Extra firm hold.
Yeah, what kind of gel you use, Phil?
When I was growing up, LA Looks, the pink kind.
I tell you, the best stuff to use is actually
I had curls for days.
the hair powder, the Slick Gorilla. That shit's fantastic.
Hair
man.
powder, huh?
Gorilla.
Doesn't it firm hold? You want to talk about firm hold? This shit'll. It's like Gorilla Glue.
When you were spiking your hair
It's
up
like
with your tips, is that what you use that
No,
for?
I use it now.
Is that a pomade?
And it doesn't look wet.
Okay,
Shout out Slick Gorilla.
shout out.
Shout out to Gorilla.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's talk about those Rams. Talking about nasty hair.
The Whams.
Matt Stafford.
Is this me? Oh man, I got to talk about him. So
The Rams are gonna suck, huh?
let's just say, thank God they got their Super Bowl 2 seasons ago, right? Because I mean, they sold the farm. So I was just looking through their depth chart. There's like 6 positions on the squad that aren't even backed up, including quarterback at this point because of free agency and what have you.
It's a big season.
Man, this is.
You ever
I
play
don't know.
Madden? I sound like my grandfather. Madden franchise.
Yeah.
You have to fill out the whole roster.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what they'd be like in the 3rd round of
If
that
you know,
Madden
you know.
franchise.
If you know, you know.
So you got, you sold the farm for Stafford, right? And right now they have a couple of cogs that they're not going to part with: Stafford, Cup, Aaron Donald, right?
That's right.
But as far everything else is wide open, and this team is scary for me because I don't think it's going to happen. I don't like Cam Akers. I'm not a believer in him.
Rocky loves them.
He did well last year at the end of the season. He had the second most fantasy points in
He does
in
well
postseason.
at the end of every season, and then does absolute dog shit the rest of the time.
I have a counterpoint, but I'll let you.
But
Keep going.
Well, the year before the Super Bowl year, he had like that one big game at the end of the season, and
Yeah.
he just stunk the whole entire playoffs.
sucked.
I think with Cam Akers, the difference with last season is it was more than one game. It was the entire postseason for fantasy. So you had a few weeks of Cam Akers quite literally being the second best running back in fantasy for like a 4-week period. And with the Rams' new direction, they don't really have the luxury to like sit Cam Akers or let Cam Akers like figure it out in the timeout corner. Like he can ball when given the opportunity, and the Rams have to give him the opportunity. They have nothing else on offense besides
Well,
Cup.
they're sitting at 36.
You're forgetting about Allen Robinson.
Yeah, okay. What a easy in and out process that is for Allen Robinson's. I was in the door for Allen Robinson. I was out the door then week 2, like after the 2-point game.
It was not. He did not have a good showing in
That was
LA.
tough.
But
Chicago ruined
they're 30. They did. They picked 36th, and I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, to see them go out, and they need a lot of help in a lot of places. But I wouldn't be surprised if they go out and they try to get their next franchise running back.
Oh, no way.
Because I think Jahmyr Gibbs will still be sitting there at 36, and I
didn't,
think
I
it's going to be
think.
tempting. I don't think Cam
Yeah.
Akers is it. And
They have so
historically,
many
too,
holes to fill.
Yeah, they can't go
they
running
have a
back.
ton of holes to fill, right? But
They
I
don't
mean,
burn. That's crazy.
but why go out and get Stafford at the end of his career if you're not going to surround him with weapons?
They
That's true. I don't-
they'd have to go receiver, if anything.
I don't think they expected Stafford to have these type of injuries right now, though.
That's true.
There's a chance that.
Well, I mean, if you remember that whole entire trade was almost held up because of the Stafford's injuries.
it's gotten worse though. No.
Yeah, no, it's definitely gotten worse. And that's what I'm saying. So like the time is now. Like if you're gonna still, if he's your guy, the time is now. And historically, Achilles injuries are the killers of running backs. So I understand that like he had a decent showing in a couple of games last year,
Great showing.
but that's one of those injuries that as it progresses, it's not getting better. I mean, he's working on it more. It's probably stiffer. It's probably
I think Cam
I just
Akers is a
don't-
guy I would draft if fallen to me at the end of drafts.
Yeah, I don't think they're competing this year. I get what you're saying. Like 2 years ago when they traded for him, I'm sure they had that thought process. But you're selling off pieces with Ramsey. I mean, even though he's underperformed like the last season and a half, but I just don't see like the Jahmyr Gibbs thing. I mean, you don't spend that kind of draft capital on a running back unless you're a running back away.
I mean,
and I don't think they're
let's face it,
near a running back
draft
away.
capital are you getting at 36?
You could go Jordan
get
Addison.
Good players there.
All the big names are off the board there. Yeah, but you
I
can
think
also,
Addison's there. I think a wide receiver is there that they can take. They
Yeah,
have
but
no
you
one
can-
besides Cup.
You can get a serviceable wide receiver through free agency and get a stud running back.
But running back, you're not going to pay
Or
him
you
in
can
3
get,
years.
or you can get a serviceable wide receiver in the draft and get a shit running back in free agency.
They've lived this movie out already with Todd Gurley. They used that pick on him, ran him into the ground.
And let's not forget, they're definitely bringing another running back into town.
I'm sure they're bringing another running back. I just don't think they're
100%.
burning their first round pick on Jahmyr Gibbs.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, and you're reading a lot of reports now that Kareem Hunt has lost a step, but I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in Kareem Hunt because he actually fits that scheme.
He looked fine
fits
to
that.
me last year. He didn't look like he lost a step to me.
That makes more sense for
3.8 yards a carry. It was his lowest career total.
to bring in
Team wasn't
somebody free
great
agency
either,
makes
but-
sense. To draft a running back, I get that point of view, but that's also because your point of view is Cam Akers sucks. I think Cam Akers could be good.
Cam
All
Akers is going like rounds like 6 and 7. I don't see it.
I think that's too early.
All right, so
Way
we're
too
going
early.
to keep talking about these teams. Let's roll this into pressing issues real quick, guys.
Pressing issues. What's the issue? If there's issues, we gonna press them.
Yeah, come on down. Get ready. All right, so let's not waste any time. We're just going to keep talking about the NFC West, and we're talking about over-unders. We did this last week. I forget what division did we do this with?
We did AFC South.
AFC South. All right. So NFC West this week, we just talked fantasy. We're going to look at their over-unders for wins this season, and we're basically going to just kind of pick what
Go
we
crazy.
think. So I sent you guys in text. I don't know if you remember, but they do play the AFC North this year. They play the NFC East, and then they each play one team from the NFC South, which is a break for this division. But we'll start with the low man on the poll. The Cardinals, over-unders 5.5 wins. Not the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals are 5.5 wins. What do you guys think? Can they get more than 5 games?
No.
No, I'm going under. I'd be tempted to go under if it was 0.5 wins. I think this team is going to be. I think this team's going to be awful.
They are the most directionless NFL team. They bring in a new head coach. They have a quarterback they have questions with. They have way too many holes on both sides of the ball.
JJ
Old
Watt just
players.
said, "Fuck you, I'm out."
Yeah. I think Jonathan Gannon was a terrible fucking hire. We left his ass in Arizona. He kind of lost us a Super Bowl. He's just a cringe guy. He called the Cardinals bird gang.
But so is
and
your,
his pressing,
your head
and
coach now is a cringe guy. So
well, that's on the bottom of the totem pole of reasons why he could be a bad coach, but it's on there. But Gannon also just isn't just cringe, but also like he's kind of clueless when it comes to
And you
something.
guys are the fucking bird gang. I mean, that's what you are.
The Eagles are.
Oh, you're the
Yeah,
bird
but
gang.
he called the Cardinals the bird gang. You guys won't get it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
You guys will
equally,
understand.
equally
Cardinals
as
are the bird
horrible
gang.
because it's an awful name.
That's like,
well, you guys don't know Dipset Purple City Bird Gang?
fuck you. What'd you say?
Wow. All right.
No, it sounded like you.
Did you
sneezed.
sneeze and
You don't know Dipset?
what? Like the Legos?
If these guys don't know Dipset Bird Gang, come on, bro. You guys are fucking lame,
What is-
bro.
what is
I don't know what you're talking
This is
about.
Oh,
le-
man.
it
I
sounds like
think you made-
Legos.
I think you made it up.
They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they know.
Diplo
They know.
Legos.
Yeah, comment below if
No,
you know
clip
whatever
that
he's
if
talking
you know
about.
who Dipset Bird Gang is. Fucking idiots.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Tried
so
gaslighting you
Cardinals,
into that.
I'm going to take the over on the Cardinals. And you know why?
Because you want to be different.
No, I am different already.
Yeah, we know.
I'm taking them because I just think they're going to win more than 5 games. I think the division is not that great. I think the 49ers are not going to be as good as they were last year. I think the Rams are going to suck. And I think the Seahawks are not going to be as good as they were last year. I don't think the Seahawks are sweeping them. I don't think anybody in this division is going to sweep. Maybe the 49ers. But I think they could get 6 wins.
Okay. What, can I go through the teams and can you tell me if they win or lose?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Commanders.
Where is it?
It's at Landover Field. Or excuse me,
Landover.
FedEx Field.
FedEx.
Fucking Landover, Maryland, or whatever the fuck they play. Who cares about the Commanders?
I say they're going to win.
Okay.
Why do you think they're going to? Who's their quarterback? Who's the Commanders' quarterback?
Sam Howell, baby.
Okay, thank you. They're going to win that game.
Yeah, but okay, toss up, whatever.
Okay,
Steelers,
they'll lose that.
Rams.
Are they in their home? They'll win that game.
49ers.
Lose.
Seahawks.
That's it. So I'll take the win here at home.
Cowboys.
Lose.
Giants.
Loss.
Ravens.
Loss.
Bengals.
Loss.
Browns.
Loss.
Rams again.
Loss.
Eagles.
Loss.
Niners.
Loss.
Seahawks.
Loss.
Falcons.
Win.
Bears.
Soldier Field. I'll give them a loss.
Texans.
Win.
That's 5.
Oh, I guess they're good. They're winning 5.
Look at this picture
They'll
of
surprise you with one in there. I'm
Yeah,
still
the
going. I'm
Commanders.
going over.
Michael Vick chilling with Dipset Berg Gang in this photo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You looked it up.
No, the bit
Yeah.
said it's not real, Mark.
The who?
No, it's there.
No, it is real.
No, I know it's real.
Dipset Berg Gang.
Oh yeah, he messed it up. You're old and white. You messed it up.
Yeah,
It's
just
called
cut it out
gaslighting,
then.
Mark.
God.
All the cool kids do it now.
Cut it out then. Just cut it out.
Mark was never cool.
Who else is this?
I believe there was a time.
Use his hair
Oh my
powder.
god, they look.
I believe there was a time where Mark was just the tallest person of his life, like as a child.
This is a fucking gump. All right.
And
so
beca-
the
and
Rams,
became cool.
the Rams are at 7.5, which I think is insane. So what do we say about the Rams here?
Oh, under.
Fucking way under.
I wish I could bet because I would just bet under on this all year. I
Yeah.
don't.
There's no
You
way.
want to go through there? Yeah,
No,
we
we
all
don't have
agree,
to.
so we don't have to do that. How do they do it?
They win 7 games?
8.
Win 8 games? They don't.
They don't.
That's a lot of games.
There's
to
no
win.
way they
That's
win.
a real lot of games.
There's no way they win.
That's a real lot of games.
You're talking about a
I'd
team
argue-
2 years removed from a Super
Turned
Bowl.
into a pimp just now.
It's gonna be terrible.
All right, yeah, Rams. We're not.
Yeah.
All right, Seahawks 8.5 games. Under. I think they win 8 games.
Yeah, I can see that. I'll take the under as well.
I'm going over. I think they're gonna pull off 10 wins this year.
Ooh, 10 wins for the
I
Seahawks.
think they've melded.
That's your camera, by the way. You keep looking at that camera. That's your camera.
No, how can you tell where my eyes are looking? No one else
Because
knows.
I
My
look at
face
them.
is this way.
I can see your eyes. Too.
My
Okay.
eyes are that way.
Okay, how many
As well
how many
as-
They're
games?
not gonna be able to see that.
How many games they win? 10?
10.
You want to go through the
Yeah,
the
let's
games?
go through it. Let's do it.
Okay. We're getting
like
a
those.
challenge.
Oh,
All
you
right.
don't have it? Okay.
Nah, so these are the home opponents, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tell me win or loss.
All right.
Why? Don't look at that camera.
Yeah,
I'm not. No, I'm looking at the board.
No, no,
I
look at
had
the
to remember.
camera
It's-
for the.
All right, it's 8.5. All right, go.
Okay. Cardinals,
Win.
Rams,
Win.
Niners.
Loss.
Loss. At home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Win.
Okay.
Eagles,
Loss.
Win.
They're not beating you.
Commanders,
Win.
Browns.
Fucking win.
Oh my. Steelers,
Loss.
Panthers,
Win.
Cardinals,
Win. They sweep the Cards.
Rams,
They sweep the Rams.
Niners,
Loss.
Cowboys,
Loss.
Giants,
Loss.
I'm about to say I'm slapping
Ravens.
shit out of you.
Loss.
Bengals,
Loss.
Lions.
Fuck, man. It's going to come down to that game for me.
9.
Well, I mean,
you
there's
still
some
have the over.
You got to beat the Eagles too.
Yeah, well, I think they do
Oh,
beat the Eagles.
sorry.
I think
Sorry.
Philly actually takes a step back.
Titans. They'd be the Titans.
They'll beat the Titans.
That's 10 wins.
They'll beat the Titans, huh?
Dude, that's crazy. You have them
On the
going
road. Okay.
They're at home against the they're at home against the Bird Gang. Like I think they can.
Fuck you, go Birds.
I think they'll take it.
All right. So 49ers 11.5 wins. We both picked under, right?
I'm gonna say under.
And he picked over. He says 10 games. Okay. 49ers are at 11.5 games. I think we got to go through their schedule too because I have them winning less.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Everyone keep your own totals in your brain or on your
that's
fingers.
tough.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Ready?
This is it. Well,
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense.
Why? This isn't in order.
Oh, okay.
The-
Okay.
Yeah, the
okay.
dates aren't.
Got it.
We can say it out loud for the listeners.
Yeah.
But
We'll say it
just
outside.
keep
All right. So
track.
Mark, you answer first. You go second. I go third.
Okay.
Oh, we're going
We'll
through
just
it.
do
Yeah,
like
might as well do
win,
that,
win,
yeah.
All right.
Because then we're all All right. Commanders,
Win.
Steelers.
Wait, well, no, I'm saying. Win,
Oh,
win,
we're
win.
doing it like
Yeah,
that?
Yeah. That makes
Oh,
more
okay.
sense.
Okay.
Take way longer to do it that
That's
way.
true. That's true. All right. So win.
At Commanders, right?
Yeah. Win.
Win.
Steelers.
Where's it at?
It's
In-
at
Yes,
Pittsburgh.
say at or home.
Sorry,
shit.
at Pittsburgh.
I still think they win.
Lose.
I will say.
All right. Okay.
I will say lose.
Okay.
Did you say yours already?
It will be
I
a
said
tough
loss.
game.
I
That's
said
gonna be
loss,
that's
sorry.
gonna be a close one.
At Cardinals.
Win.
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 At Browns.
Win.
Win.
Loss.
At Rams.
Win.
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 At Eagles.
These two, I hate when they see now here. I think Philly actually matches up well with them. So I'm gonna go loss here. That'll be a loss.
Protect your elbows, Sam Darnold. It's a win. It's a win for the Eagles. It's a loss for the Niners.
Loss.
And then everything else is going to be
Home. Okay, go.
Cardinals.
Win.
Win. Rams.
Win.
Win. Seahawks.
At home, win.
I will take them winning, yeah.
Win.
Cowboys. Cowboys, I think, are going to be not as offensively explosive. They lost Kellen Moore and they brought in some dude instead.
I think they lose here though. I think Dallas wins.
No, I think the Niners win that.
I got them winning.
Giants.
Loss.
Win.
Win.
We'll see.
Ravens.
Loss.
I'm gonna say win.
I'm gonna say win too at home. Yeah.
Bengals.
Win.
Loss.
Loss.
Seahawks.
This is the one that I said that they would lose.
Loss. They tie.
Yeah.
NFC West
I'll
games
give
are
them a
weird.
Win.
Jags.
Oh, this is on the road,
At Jags.
and so was the Seahawks one.
Yeah, but I mean,
All right,
either way, you're
Jags,
splitting.
Jags,
with
I give them the loss. At Jags, they're gonna lose.
They're gonna beat the Jags.
Not on the road.
I will
Not in
say
that, no.
win. At Minnesota.
Win.
Win.
Win. And then they're playing Tampa. At home.
Win.
I got them at 11.
Damn, I got them like winning 12 games, dude.
I got them at 11.
And I got them at 13.
Damn.
I'm sticking with my under. I feel good about that.
I guess
Because
I'm
even
taking
if
the
they
over.
beat the Giants, I do think they lose to either the Giants or Cowboys in those back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
I think Sam Darnold will win them enough games until Brock Purdy comes back. I mean, if they fucking start Trey Lance, they're losing half the games that I said they're going to win.
I just think there's a lot. Is Kittle going to miss games? Is McCaffrey going to miss games? Is Debo going to miss games? All these guys have missed games the last few years.
The Niners are kind of
I
good
don't
with
know.
keeping up with injuries, though. I think it's the quarterback.
It's got to take its toll at some point.
Yeah.
Shanahan does a great job.
I just think this year they have a good running back, obviously with McCaffrey. I think they have enough on offense to keep Sam Darnold afloat. And then if he does bad, then I don't know. Next man up, it's the Shanahan offense.
Yeah, and I like the fact that they actually have like a superstar backup running back too, and
I
Mostert.
don't know if he's a
Or
super.
No,
no,
they
I'm
have
sorry,
Elijah Mitchell.
Mostert's not there.
Yeah, Elijah Mitchell.
I meant Elijah Mitchell.
No, Elijah Mitchell's a stud.
Elijah
He's
Mitchell-
not superstar.
No, he's
Superstar.
good. He's
Elijah Mitchell's
good.
Superstar is strong.
Superstar.
Superstar.
He's a star. He's a star.
Superstar. Yeah, he doesn't know. What that
No idea.
He has no idea.
That's from a
Superstar. We just said the
that's
goddamn
the movie-
word.
I
Yeah,
know that's the movie name. Never mind. I was going to
Molly
say something wrong.
Shannon and Will Ferrell.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Nice moves.
If Trey
All right.
Lance starts games, they lose. So
All right.
put that out there.
All right, so it's time for basketball. Playoffs are coming. Playoffs are coming. All right, I'm not doing that anymore. So playoffs are coming. They start this weekend.
Whoa.
We got some playing games. I think is that tonight or tomorrow?
Who cares?
I think
the
it's
play-in.
tonight.
Last time the play-in ever will be a thing, by the way. They're not doing it next year.
Are you sure?
Rod?
Well, now I have doubt.
I don't think that's true.
When does the play-in...
And no,
Dude,
that's
what the
just
hell
gonna-
is that? You got 3 question marks against the West.
You're stupid, right?
What is all that?
That's because the
The
play-ins
play-in
have to
hasn't
happen,
happened
so they
yet.
don't know who they're
Stupid.
playing.
I get that, but I can't pick question mark against the Bucks. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can. They're gonna beat whoever. What are you talking about?
Yeah. To be fair, the East is.
The
who
pl-
cares if
the
who
play.
cares?
Listen, the play. Do you know what the play-in is?
I like the.
Do you know what the play-in is?
I like the double T on Nuggets.
Yeah, I knew that was wrong, but I didn't want to erase it.
Yes, I know what the play-in is.
All right, so they're going to be playing a 8 to 10 seed. So
Right.
yeah,
Who's in the play-in?
in the East, I think is it the Bulls? Why don't you look that up real quick, stat guy?
It doesn't matter who is
Yeah,
playing
it
in the
doesn't
East.
matter. I don't
dude.
care about
It's
that.
the Bulls. It's the Raptors. It's the Someone else.
Nobody good. Nobody's going to get out of the first round.
They play in.
But what's interesting, so we'll go series by series here. We'll talk about who they could potentially play to make it easier for you.
The Heat.
Yeah.
The Heat, the Hawks, the Bulls, the Raptors.
Yeah, they all suck.
Oh, the Hawks can make some noise.
No, they can't.
No, you haven't been watching NBA, man. They're the
Fired
most
their
new team
coach.
ever.
But I mean, they get in the playoffs and Trae Young takes over. Trae Young goes nuclear. He goes like Knicks 2 years ago nuclear.
He did go nuclear. That's the best, probably the best thing he ever did.
I can see Trae Young winning a game in the play-in, which is I think if they lose one, then they will be in that all or nothing game, and I can see them, scraping and clawing to a
All right,
victory. But
And
who
you
cares?
forget you're overlooking Stedman Deadman too. That
hey,
they
no.
got.
Hey, we talking about the playing? We talking about playing? Talking about the playing.
I get it. That's an Allen Iverson
playing.
reference.
Let's not talk about the playing, right?
All right.
Nets at 76ers.
76ers.
How many games?
And how many is the first round? Is it 7 or is it
It's
5?
7. They're all 7.
All right. Because then it was 5 there for a hot minute.
It was. Yeah.
76ers sweep.
Oh, hell no.
I
I got 76ers in 6.
I was going to say that same thing. I think the Nets are
Nets are
getting
good.
a little underestimated right now. Mikal Bridges has been playing like Kevin Durant.
Don't care. Joel Embiid.
Oof.
That's fine. All right. So then we got blank at Celtics, which is probably going to be
The
the
Hawks.
Raptors or the Hawks. So
I can see a Heat Celtics matchup, and I see Celtics in 5.
yeah, I see Celtics in 5 against anybody they play.
I actually think Celtics in 4 here too.
Okay.
In 4, 2 sweeps.
2 sweeps. Boston's
Right.
good, man.
Knicks at Cavs. I wish Rocky was here.
I'm taking Cavs in 7.
I wanted to be on the Knicks train here, but I'm taking the Cavs in 5.
Oh wow, that's
Wow.
ridiculous. All right, I'm taking the Knicks in 6 as well.
I like that. That's going to be
What
the
do you
best
mean as
matchup.
well? Nobody else took the Knicks in 6.
I took the 76ers in 6.
I thought you were backing off like one of us. Like, yeah, well, I'm taking the Knicks in 6 too. And we're like, no, we both took the Cavs.
That'll be the best matchup though of this little round here.
So
It's
you-
gonna be good.
On paper.
Yes, but also
Did
like
you
they've been
not
playing.
see what Cleveland did to the Magic the second to last game?
Yeah,
of the
they won by
season that we were at.
They won by 4.
Donovan Mitchell went Trae Young. And that's what he's going to do to New York. He's going to go Trae Young on New York.
Do you want to go back and forth about this?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're 3-1 against them, and Donovan will go off. But Darius Garland, their second best scorer, had his worst games of the year against the Knicks. You know why? Because he can't shoot. They pack the paint on him.
This
That's
is
what
true.
they do.
Dude,
They pack the paint on him, and he can't get his drives to the basket. They're questionable offensively.
that dude came out 3 times during warm-ups at that game because remember we were watching. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
he's 0 for 4.
Yeah.
He's 0 for 5. He's
He
0 for
didn't do
6.
well.
He was like 0 for 9 before.
Yeah, but
He's a spotty shooter, but he's a playmaker. But
He's an all-star.
Tom Thibodeau, he is, but there's a lot of all-stars that don't perform. Tom Thibodeau is a defensive coach. Every time we played him, pack the paint. He can't get in the paint, make plays. So they let Mitchell go off, just like we played them a week before we played Magic. Donovan went off for 39. Brunson went off for 48. And Randall didn't play.
Okoro is just going to shut Randall down.
No, he's
I
not.
like
Randall's
the
a bully.
Cavs. The Cavs starting 5 is better than the Knicks starting 5.
don't
The
think
Knicks
so.
are a little bit deeper.
Don't think so. I highly disagree.
If
with
Karis LeVert can be somewhat
That's
consistent,
because you're
which he
wearing Knicks
hasn't been.
shit. I would disagree too if I was wearing
I
Knicks
don't
shit.
think they could beat the 76ers, and the Celtics. I'm not unrealistic, but the Cavs were 3-1 against them. It's not because they're not trying to beat us.
Yeah, they weren't showing their real their real weapons.
Yeah, they got that mastermind on the bench. What's his name?
Who? Karis
Their
LeVert?
coach,
Oh, I don't even know the coach's name.
tactician.
Scott Skiles.
I couldn't tell
Exactly,
you.
that's my point. All right, so question mark at the Bucks. The Bucks will
The Bucks.
sweep. I think the Bucks sweep whoever they get there.
Yeah, Buck sweep.
Now, this is where it gets a little interesting, right?
What
Because
did
we
you
got the
say?
Lakers in the play-in.
Sweet.
Oh, he said
Sweep. Buck sweep.
Who can the Nuggets get here?
They can get the Lakers. They can get NBA West play-in.
Yeah, let's get this right.
I'm just going to say it.
Say what?
I don't like the Nuggets.
What, your spirit animals there? Is that not the bracket that show?
He
Okay.
is.
So they can play the Timberwolves. Well, I mean, they have Timberwolves, Lakers, or Pelicans, or Thunder.
That's not how it works, though.
Yeah, I know, but
It's are they the highest seed?
we should have
Nuggets?
just done this before.
Well, I tried.
Well, we can edit some shit.
All right, so the Nuggets play the winner of 9 versus 10.
So they get.
So they have the
get
Pelicans
New
or the
Orleans
Thunder.
OKC. I think they're. Yeah.
I think they sweep.
I think they sweep or they win. No, I can see a 5. I can see a 5-game series there.
Who do they get?
They
Either
get
the,
OKC or the Pelicans.
Oh, against the Nugs?
Yeah.
I think the Nugs are going to win that.
And then on the bottom end of the bracket.
In 5, though.
Yeah, I said 5. Sorry, I cut you off. I'm sorry.
You did.
All right, and then you got the Lakers playing Minnesota tonight, I believe. And whoever wins there goes to see Memphis.
okay, so with Memphis, Steven Adams isn't coming back, and Brandon Clark's been out too. Both big losses for the Grizz.
Yeah.
I like the Lakers.
I like the Lakers to beat the Wolves, right? And then, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Lakers in 6 games here.
I was gonna say the same thing.
You know, I was riding the Grizz train early in the season, but I don't know where Ja's head is.
You're
head is right
anti-gun.
now.
You're
No,
anti-gun.
I mean, I'm not anti-gun. I don't think what he did was that bad. I just think that
I'm stupid.
the outlash that came after that followed, and all the social media stuff, and then him having to take time away from the team. I mean, that's got to play a little part in their head, right? I mean, I don't know if his head's on right for this, and if they face a Lakers team that, you know, is poised and trying to prove.
I mean, it's still LeBron. Still
Yeah.
LeBron James.
I got the Lakers beating the Grizz.
Anthony Davis.
I got them in 6. Beating
All
the
that
Grizz.
experience. These guys are young. Yeah, I think it's tough to go against LeBron James and Anthony Davis in the playoff series, no matter who you are. Clips and Suns.
That's interesting because it's Westbrook versus KD. I mean, Kawhi versus KD, first time that's happened since the Raptors-Warriors final.
And you got Paul playing his old team.
I think it's going to 7. I don't know. I have to go with Suns. I mean, how could you not?
I don't know because you still got an X factor in Kawhi Leonard, who 2-3 seasons ago people were saying he was the best basketball player in the world.
Yeah,
right?
they were sucking the skin off Kawhi.
I think can Paul George be Paul George?
Enough.
Can he be playoff P?
He could
Doesn't
beat
matter
enough.
though.
It does matter. Because I
No.
think that Paul George, at the height of his powers, is a better player, especially two-way player, than Devin Booker. Chris Paul is not Chris Paul from 3-4 years ago.
He doesn't need to be. They have
And if
Kevin
Kawhi-
Durant now.
Yeah, but if Kawhi can be
Yeah.
Kawhi and Kevin Durant are a wash to me.
You got KD, you got DeAndre Ayton. I don't know. I like Phoenix.
I take Phoenix in 7.
Yeah, I take Phoenix in 7 too, but I mean it's 7 games, so I guess
gonna
you
be
guys
good.
feel.
I think it will be 7 games.
Yeah.
I think this is the NBA championship right here. I mean, neither team will make the NBA championship, but this will be
I
exciting.
think the Bucks are winning the championship. The Bucks are the best team. They won the championship. The only reason they got eliminated last year was because.
Is that all we're doing, or are we going further?
No, I'm just saying. Middleton was out. The Celtics look a little off this year. Tatum has been inconsistent.
No, I get that. I get your analysis. I'm saying, are we doing the next round now, or
No, we're not doing
probably
it.
wait.
No, we'll
Just
wait
the
till next
first
week.
round.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, when
just
this
teasing
first
you.
round is done, yeah.
Just
We'll-
tickling you
we'll
a little bit.
tease. You want some more of that?
Yeah, man. Because I want to show you. I want to show you where the Bucks lose.
All right, guys. So that's the show. Listen, if you're looking at this right now,
Oh wait, we didn't do Warriors
There's
Kings.
going to be we didn't
Oh.
do Warriors Kings. Come on, man. Be better.
You're the MC.
Shit. I just looked up there.
Warriors at Kings. This is an interesting one too.
My heart wants Kings. The Kings are favored, which
Warriors.
scares me.
Warriors.
I'm with Steph.
Warriors.
And Clay. Clay said, "I don't see anybody beating us."
I see in 6, right? I think the Kings get a couple games.
Oh man, I'm gonna take Warriors in 7.
Kings
Warriors
are-
come out and play.
They're
Kings
young, man.
5.
Kings are a real team. This isn't a team that snuck into the playoffs and is barely there. They're a
No,
real
they're a
team.
good team. Are they the 1 or 2
They're
seed?
they're the 3rd seed.
They're the 3rd.
They have the highest offensive rating in the NBA this
They're
year.
young.
Steph is.
Sabonis is an animal, though, man. Sabonis is an underrated player.
Hey, Kevin Huerter, man, he's got playoff experience,
Yeah, but who would have?
and so does Harrison Barnes.
Steph Young is gonna channel his
And
inner
Malik Monk.
Trey Young.
Yeah, but they're 2 key guys.
Steph Curry gonna channel his inner Trey Young. He's gonna show his ass there.
You're sucking Trae Young off today, huh? Jeez. Suck it down. All right.
If there's one player that gets under a Knicks fan's skin, it's Trey
Not
Young.
really.
Oh, he
You
definitely
just
does.
got under my skin. You know that his sneakers say King of Broadway? But you know what's crazy?
That's awesome.
Is that his record in the Garden is like 2-8.
That's all right. he got him when it
He
mattered
won
most.
one playoff game there, and he's a King of Broadway. I mean, come on, guy. This guy's going to be a backup point guard in 3 years. All right. So, here we go.
Hot take.
That's the show. Hope you liked it. If you're looking at the screen right now, we're gonna put a video here
Where,
that's gonna
there?
be somewhere around here. I think up there or no there. It's gonna be
Right
his top 12 tight end rankings. Right. So
Yeah.
go click on that when you're done watching this. And get your school on for your fantasy drafts, all right?
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Please find us on all our socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter still, I guess, Twitter.
Yeah.
At GOM Podcast. And definitely like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Comment if you disagree. Get on that TikTok before it gets banned, you know. And please go over to our IG just in case it gets banned. That'd be cool. All right? Peace.